Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Champaign Papis Podcast. As always, I'm Marco Guzman.
And I'm Joe Longo, and 7 hours of commercial-free podcast starts now. As always, we bring in our guest. He got called Dubert by Wendy's earlier today. We know him as Gib the Kid. Gibby, get out here. He loves when I do the Scott Hansen, so I had to bust it out for him this week. Gib, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up with this Michigan State shit you got going on?
Yeah, talk your shit.
I'm going to the game, you know what I'm saying? I got to support.
I like that shit.
So he's going to Purdue, Michigan State. He leaves out the fact that he knows a guy on the team who's pretty pivotal.
Yeah.
He also has made some mixtapes that are out on his channel. Go follow him. Go check it out. Give the Kid TV.
Yeah, go shout out. Go look at those edits. Those edits go fucking crazy. Give snaps with that camera and the video editing, so you already know.
Get it.
I'll tell you right now, Gib called Michigan State being good before a lot of people did.
Yeah, low-key, you really did. You were on that Michigan State. You were on the bandwagon. You were rooting for that fucking team for a while.
You know what also I called being good?
What?
Who?
This fucking San
Oh
Lady.
my god, look at that fucking BLT. Shout out for... Oh, he didn't go to Wendy's. He went to fucking Ozzy's.
Ozzy's, my bad.
Yeah,
I
Ozzy's,
couldn't think of the restaurant, so I just had to let it flow.
Oh, elite. Fucking elite. I love that shit.
Our town, Leiden Township, home to some of the best food, underrated.
Facts.
Small little town, but man, do we know how to fucking put together a meal.
And even then, all those like little surrounding restaurants are fucking like all over. Like obviously you have Melrose Park, North Lake, Stone Park, Franklin Park, Leiden Township, like everything.
No, that's what
there.
I mean. That all of the Leiden area, the people where Leiden came from. That's the shit right there.
Goes hard, baby. But switching from food over to the more important topic for today.
That's right.
Let's get into some fucking football.
Let's get into some football. Last week we struggled in terms of the way we usually do. Gibby was the only one to go over 500. Gibby went 8-7, so give up Gibby a shout out, man of the week. Gibby, you have 69 correct guesses on the year, and you're at 66.99%. Even funnier, I went 6-9 last week. I'm 69 correct guesses at 66.99.
Wow.
We love 69.
So right now, you and Gib are currently tied.
Me and Gib are tied on the season. He had him
We're 69ing.
We're 69. Well,
Each other.
I'm 6,
Each
he's
other.
9. That's
Ooh.
the way it goes.
6.
In first place, though, leaves Marco. He went 7-8, so he went right around 500. He's at 73 correct. We just guessed over 100 games for the first time, so we broke 100.
Wow, nice.
You're at 73 correct, and you're the only one remaining over 70%, 70.87.
I mean, even then, like, those percentages are still fucking great percentages. I mean,
yeah. We're all getting 2/3 or more.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Like, if you were betting on like all our games, like individually on all our games that we predicted, you'd be making money right now.
Speaking of betting, I hit my first parlay. So
I'd like to hear that shit.
I won about $50. So I hope I hit another one tonight. But we're going to talk about football now, like I said. And we're going to start off with everybody's favorite game, featuring everybody's two favorite teams. We have Thursday Night Football as the New York Jets and Mike Davis take on Carson Wentz, Jonathan Taylor, and the Indianapolis Colts.
Ugly game.
Ugly game. Shouldn't have even used my voice for that one.
Yeah, Loki, you wasted perfectly good talent on a pair of shitty teams.
I'm sorry. Scott Hansen would do the same.
He would do the same. So,
He would.
Gibby, what are your thoughts going into Thursday night?
It's an ugly game, but I'll probably still tune in.
Yeah,
Facts.
Thursday night.
Facts.
I think I'm going to go with the Colts.
Okay.
I'm gonna second that motion. I'm riding with Jonathan Taylor and the Colts.
Man.
Nah.
I want Mike White to throw for 300 plus yards. Let me win my bet. And the Colts to win.
I like that shit. You know what?
I think Jonathan Taylor have a week.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's gonna go stupid, and I mean.
But hey, they beat the Bengals. Who the fuck knows?
It's the Jets.
Speaking of the Bengals,
Loki.
the Bengals play a division rival. We got the Cleveland Browns. Hashtag what, Gib?
Dog pound?
No,
No,
hashtag
no.
free OBJ.
Oh!
Even I knew, like, I was
I
like,
lobbed it and Gib watched that bitch just bounce off the backboard.
He's like, damn, I thought somebody was behind me gonna catch that bitch. He, like,
Free OBJ. But, I said this earlier, I like Baker's response. He was very professional. He could have been like, fuck that dude.
what'd he say?
He was just saying, like, how he was surprised, but, like, he wants OBJ. You know, like, it's not even like that. Basically saying, like,
I didn't know that.
I think his dad was tripping. And I think his dad was tripping, but it's obvious, like, bro, there's so many times he was open and shit.
I did watch that video. It was tough.
Yeah, so I mean, I understand where his dad's coming from because obviously Baker Mayfield hasn't been hitting OBJ. He hasn't been hitting most of his receivers.
Right.
But I also never expected that to come out of like somebody's dad or somebody's parent.
Yeah.
Never expected something like that shit to be released in general. But
that's some like high school shit.
Yeah, that is facts.
So, Gib, are you going with hashtag free OBJ or hashtag rookie of the year Jamar Chase and the Bengals?
Man. See, wait, one question. Do you guys think OBJ's playing or no?
No,
he
not after today.
Yeah, I know ESPN said something that like I think the coach that was like Kevin Stefanski was like he's basically not on the team right now. So
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Cincy. Are we going unanimous?
Yep, sir.
All right, yeah, I think they're a good enough team to not lose back to back, especially if they realize it's a divisional game.
Yeah.
This one it just sounds ugly. I feel like it should be a 3:00 game, but whatever. Dallas, Denver.
We have boys.
Shout out the boys. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a closer game.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout by any means, but
I hope Dak's back.
I hope he is too. I don't know if he's back, but the boys gonna get it done regardless.
I'm gonna go with the boys. This one, as ugly as it gets in my opinion, just because it's like I can't really put trust in either team. Houston, Miami.
See, I looked at this game earlier, and I was like, I sat there looking at my phone for like 10 minutes. I was like, damn, both these teams fucking suck. Like I don't know who I want to root for. I struggled with this for a while, and it was really hard because Tyrod Taylor's back.
Oh,
like he's starting at quarterback now. Like he's back. He's gonna be throwing to Brandon Cooks.
Devontae Parker's back.
That's what I'm saying too. Devontae Parker's back. I think the Miami Dolphins have more weapons.
Oof, almost wrote it down. Shout out pen and paper.
I'm going Miami. I'm gonna ride with Miami.
I'm going Miami as well.
I like that shit.
I wanted to go Miami, and then you said Tyrod Taylor. I'm going Houston. I'll go against the grain. Fuck it, I'll ride with my dogs.
Tyrod Taylor's a dog, but like I mean,
he's 1-0.
It's his first time playing since week 2.
1-0. All right, Atlanta, New Orleans with Trevor Siemian, I believe is his name.
Yeah. Huh? Shit, I don't know, Gib.
I'll go last.
Ooh, Joe, go first.
Okay, the one thing I'll preface it with, however you fucking say it.
English.
Yeah, the way I'll Percocet it is shout out to Calvin Ridley. Always want to. Julian.
Oh yeah.
Kind of was like because he has him on his fantasy team. He was like, you need to get back out there, and I was like, no, you know what? Take your time.
Yeah, I mean,
I like when athletes do that. I understand. It sounds weird to the average fan, like, oh, you make millions to just go play the sport you love. How do you have it? But it's like, in my opinion, it'd be tough to go do it. It'd be tough to go do it. It'd be tough. The social media thing hasn't been 100% because it's like, bro, I don't have the social energy or mind energy to work on the social media for the podcast right now. So I understand it. Saying that, New Orleans played great against Tampa Bay last week.
Yep.
I think Matt Ryan still struggles, and he's going to struggle without Julio because that was always a safety blanket. They don't have a running attack either. Cordell Patterson's doing better than expected, but he's not really a true running back.
I think he's been playing pretty good, though.
But he's, like I'm saying, play-wise, he's not really a true running back. He's more of like a wide receiver playing out the backfield.
That's true. Okay,
I'm going to go with New Orleans because I think their defense alone is going to win the game for them.
I just looked where they were playing, and they're playing in New Orleans.
Yes.
In New Orleans.
The second team I say will always be the home team.
Yeah, so Saints. NOLA.
Go Saints. All right, the next one, we are going to talk about New England, surprisingly win over the Chargers. Carolina, who could have Christian McCaffrey back.
He might be back?
They're saying he could potentially come back this week. Chuba Hubbard's projected 5 points this week in fantasy.
Oh, I did not know that.
So, I have my pick. I'm riding with my boys. They are better than everyone is allowing them to be. Carolina's ass. I will never pick them again. I'm going with New England.
Yeah,
easy money. I think it's an easy win.
Gabe's nodding his head. I think we're going to be a unanimous pick. I think we're all going to New England.
Easy win.
Yeah.
Speaking of another easy win in the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bills Mafia, baby.
Go T-Law. No, I'm joking. Go Bills.
One game that I want to highlight to some degree because of what happened today. We have the New York Giants at home taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. If you don't know what happened with the Raiders, Henry Ruggs made a decision that you should never, ever do. As Gibby said in our group chat, he was going 156 miles an hour, which is a speed you should never go, sober.
With 2 times above the legal alcohol amount in your body.
Which means you should not drive.
Yes. And a loaded gun.
Which,
Like
that part just confused me because I'm like
that's just a little like that's like the cherry on top, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, like don't drink and fucking drive. There should be
number one. Yeah.
Like in today's world, like, we have Uber, you have Lyft, you have boys. Like you could just call someone like, hey yo, you know what, I'm a little fucked up. Can you pick me up? Like there's no reason to get behind the wheel if you're intoxicated.
And listen, I drive fast. I do. I'm a Jimmy John's driver. It is what it is. You push the 5 to 10 a little bit. 156. I don't care what the speed limit is. There's nowhere near 156 at any point.
Yeah, like even like all right, if I'm driving on the highway, for example, you know, like yeah, I'll push it a little bit, but I'm never like I'm never like in crazy triple digits like that. Ever.
Gib, any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, that's crazy. That situation's so weird because like. I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to even process that. Like that's fucking crazy.
R.I.P. that woman, of course.
R.I.P.
I need to get to know the name. I didn't get the name before the podcast. I don't think it's been released either.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been released. I know it's a 23-year-old female. I saw that. I read that report. So yeah, rest in peace to her. My condolences to her family. You know, it's always tough when you lose a family member, especially in that manner. Like at 3:30 a.m., just you wake up and they're gone.
And hey, don't drink and drive. But either way, let's get back to football. We don't want to do too much on that. Probably going to be everyone covering that.
Yeah.
Who do you guys got, Giants or Raiders?
Giants.
Despite all of that, I still think the Raiders win.
You're going against the grain. I'm going with the Giants. I think they had a great performance against the Chiefs. Fuck it. I'll take it. Last 12 o'clock game is the highlight, actually, in terms of the actual good game. Minnesota Vikings, Baltimore Ravens in the Battle of Purple.
Oof.
Lamar Jackson is going to fuck him up.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out Lamar Jackson.
We're going unanimous on that. I think Minnesota is a solid squad compared to a lot of other teams in the NFL. They're not a Baltimore team.
They're not going to beat Baltimore.
No.
But it is shown. All right, so cut off there. You know, as you heard me and Gibbs saying Minnesota, but we all picked Baltimore. We're all unanimously in agreement that they're going to win the game. Lamar Jackson's going to go out there with Hollywood Brown. And yeah, just catch a dub.
Nice vocals. Okay, so we're going to move on to the later games, which I've fared better in. Even last week, I finally missed in the 3 o'clock window.
Yeah.
But
just as the Cardinals took their first L against the number 1 team in the NFL, Packers, Joe Longo finally took his first L in 3 o'clock games.
So it hurt, but we're right back on track. That's how we do it, just like the Arizona Cardinals are going to do. And speaking of them, we're going to start off with them. Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers. Is anybody riding with the Niners, or are we getting Kyler Murray and the boys back on track?
I'm Kyler.
Yeah, I'm with Kyler too. I'm with the Buddha Kyler.
This is what I will say. The 49ers offense did a lot better last week against the Bears defense than I thought they would.
And they get George Kittle back.
They do get George Kittle back. But what I will say is I'm playing Kyler Murray this week in fantasy. His career is made off fucking up the Niners.
Yeah.
He's got some of his best games and plays against the
I was going to say, that matchup between the Niners and the Cardinals is always a good one.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a crazier game than people are expecting it to be, but Arizona comes out on top. Yeah. We got the Chargers going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, who fucked up the Lions last week.
Fucked up.
Shout out Jordan Howard.
Tore them a new
2 touchdowns.
fucking asshole. Like, that shit was insane.
That was tough to ride with the Lions for 1 week, and that happened.
Yeah, facts, low key. Yeah, honestly, when I looked at that, I was like, damn, we really picked the Lions to win this shit.
I mean, a lot of people did, but Darius Slay, shout out him. So either way, Chargers or Eagles.
I'm gonna ride with the Chargers.
Okay.
I'll go with LA.
Yeah, I'm personally going with the Chargers too, on the account of they're the better team. I really don't think Philly's that good. I have Austin Eckler on my fantasy team, and they've had some pretty rough losses here the past 3 weeks with their bye week in between. So they're a good enough team to get a win eventually.
Yeah, I think they're going to bounce back, kind of get everything.
They lose now, they fall out of like a lot of pictures that people put them in. They were number 1 right before they lost to Baltimore.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't fret on that too much because, for example, like last year the Bucs started off very shaky and then they ended up winning the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl, but shit could happen.
Speaking of teams that start off shaky, you got the Kansas City Chiefs who finally bounced back barely against the New York Giants. Gib almost shat his pants during that game for fantasy, but that's not this segment. That's next segment. Are we going to do Chiefs, or are we going with the Aaron Rodgers list Green Bay Packers?
I'm going to go last. I'm going to go last
because everybody knows his pick.
Aaron Liars.
Yeah, so apparently, I don't know what's going on with that situation, but it's hilarious, and it's so funny that he just had the whole hype about being John Wick, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Hey, I love the costume, though.
Oh,
hey, that costume was great.
Great costume.
Vibing to Pooh Shiesty. That was she was wrong.
Yeah.
That's my quarterback.
He's a thug for that.
Yeah, he's like that.
I don't know what happened in these last 2-3 years, but quarterbacks have become so much more likable.
Yeah, I agree.
So, Gibby, do you want to start it off, or do you want me to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it.
Go for it.
I was thinking about this on the drive. You know, you just be driving and shit, and you just be like, dazing off.
He used to think about girls who broke his heart.
Like, Devontae's got to be like, well, if they won it without me and Valdez, whatever his last name is, then we got to win it for him too. But that's just different because that's the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think Jordan Love's gonna get that shit done.
So who are you picking?
What?
So who are you picking?
Oh, sorry, like, wait up, shit.
you're just staying on them like, huh?
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I'm not an idiot. Aaron Rodgers is such a great player.
Dumb.
His whole career, he's never really had a weapon, so losing someone like Devontae, yeah, it hurts. But still, just having Aaron Jones is real nice. And he used him. Aaron Jones is going to have another productive week because they're going to use him a little bit more. A.J. Dillon
too. I'm going to say both of them.
But like Gibby said, as good as Devontae is, look at the OBJ situation. He's playing a dependent position, and as good as he is, he's going to make those quick breaks and be wide open. But is Jordan Love going to hit him when he's wide open and not just completely? Obviously, he's going to be a safety blanket and probably get 14 receptions. Mm-hmm. But I think the offense sputters out, and I think the Chiefs, they need to find themselves eventually. And I think after not finding themselves against the Giants, but still winning, they're even more motivated to do it. I'm going with Mahomes.
Wow, interesting take. I didn't expect you to go for the Chiefs, but you know what? I respect it. You broke it down very nicely. Now, for me, this is what I will say. You know, we have everybody but the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, right?
Which
so
is huge.
We have Devontae back. We have Allen Lazard back. Obviously, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. Our defense is playing fucking insane right now. True. Now, Jordan Love, you know, as much as I hated the pick when they drafted him in the first round, you know, he is a first-round QB. Okay. Now, I think, you know, he's taken these last 8 games to maybe learn a little bit from Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to say he's going to be great, but I think he's going to lead us to a win. Go fucking Pat, go, baby. We're going to continue riding our hot streak.
I respect the pick.
And we're going to win.
That, I forgot to include, was actually another reason why I was going against the Packers. Teams have to lose eventually. You lose your quarterback against the reigning AFC champions. That's bound to be one of them.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, if Aaron Rodgers is in that game, I'm picking Packers.
Me too, Loki.
No, I'm not trusting Jordan Love. He's dog shit.
Now, I'm not saying I necessarily trust him, but I would like to think that he can get it done.
Okay. Speaking of getting it done, we got all the Sunday early games done. Uh-huh. We are now at not just Sunday Night Football. But, Marco, tell them what game this is for all the fans at home. It's the lock of the week.
Oh, it is the lock of the week. Sunday Night Football is prime time for the Gilbert Hernandez. He makes his 3rd pick of the week, of the year, for lock of the week. 3rd or 2nd?
So this is his 4th, I believe.
But 3rd on...
3rd on the podcast, right?
Yeah, third with the helmet.
3rd with the helmet.
Yeah, so he is currently 1-1.
With the helmet.
With the helmet.
2-1 without.
Now, he is going to go last for this one.
As always.
The Tennessee Titans going against the Los Angeles Rams.
Hey, remember the game.
And you know what? I think it's a relatively easy pick.
Nice way to flutter your eyes.
Because... you saw that shit.
I did.
But... Tennessee is without Derrick Henry, which is the number 1 running back in the NFL right now, undisputedly. You cannot fucking argue that. Like, Derrick Henry is the best running back right now.
Khalil Herbert. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Pause. Anyways, so they're out without their best player on that team. Like, that offense is revolved around Derrick Henry.
And I need to remind the people at home, Adrian Peterson's not ready for this game. So don't just be like, he might be good enough going forward, but it's going to be, what's his name, Jeremy McNichols. Yeah,
sure. You could be in shape, but there's a difference between being in shape and being in NFL game-ready shape. You know, two very different things. So, as much as it's nice for them to have AP, I think the addition of Von Miller to the fucking Rams defense is insane.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's
ding,
fucking
ding.
crazy.
Winner.
Rams are winning by fucking 30.
I won't go that far. I think that just because Tennessee has so much fight in them, Mike Vrabel is a pretty good coach and getting
He's a tough coach. I like him.
So it's going to be one of those games. Like, they surprised the Bills and all that, but like you said, no Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Tannehill's going to launch it to A.J. Brown, which makes me, cream a little bit. I love that. I got to take down Adrian. You need me to take down Adrian.
Yeah.
Gibby needs me to take down Adrian. The Champaign Papis are Bills Mafia Dons this week. And the Bills Mafia Don himself is a Rams fan this week. I think they get the dub over Tennessee, but A.J. Brown gets 34.
He's going to have a big game.
Jalen Ramsey's going to fuck him up a little bit, but he's got to get some yards eventually. Gib, with the pick of the week, or the lock of the week. Hold up. Your connection.
All right, you were
fucked.
lagging there, but you're good. You're back.
My connection, fuck. Derrick Henry foot, fuck. I think this is going to be a closer game, but I got the LA.
Let's go, baby. I love that shit.
So that means we're going to hit because it's the lock of the week. So should I just circle it right now?
Yeah, you should circle it right now. It's a unanimous with the lock of the week from Gilbert Hernandez.
Dubsky, watch the Tennessee Titans fuck them up now.
And Joe knows how much I love Sunday night football, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he hates 12 o'clock.
I hate it. I hate when the Bears play at 12.
Well, the Bears don't play at 12. They play on Monday night. Great segue from Gib. It's the Bears. It's the Steelers. It's in Pittsburgh. It's Monday Night Football. Marco Guzman, I want you first because you're the... I don't want
what are you going to say to me?
Fan.
What are you
I was
going to
say
say
you're
to
a
me?
pussy-ass Packers fan.
You're a liar, just like
I am a fan of the number one team in the NFL. They're my guys.
You're a pussy-ass Packers fan.
Liar? Why? I'm not even in the NFL, so that doesn't make sense.
He's a liar.
You are a junta. Anyways.
Go ahead. Make your stupid little pick. Chase Claypool's getting a touchdown.
So I think Chase Claypool's going to get a touchdown. I already said he's on my fantasy team. We'll
No,
get to
he's
that.
not. I'll put money on that.
Cap. Wow. Anyways. I think this is going to be a very close game. And low-key, I was debating this one earlier because I think the Bears can win it. I think the Bears can definitely win it. I think they have the tools and all the things to win it, especially with Ben Roethlisberger on the decline. But I think Pittsburgh, their defense is better. Well, I think they're very similar defenses. You have all the offensive weapons. You have Chase Claypool. You have Deontay Johnson. Najee Harris is a stud.
Najarius. I love him.
Najarius. I'm picking Pitt.
Sexy.
Picking Pitt.
Hubert.
Dubert.
My bad.
I'm going to start off with taking the under on this game. I think both offenses are dog shit.
Yeah.
Take the under. I think the Bears get the win. Bear down, baby.
Wow.
Marco. You know what I'm going to do to you.
I mean, look, if the Bears win, I'm not going to be mad. Like
you are, though. You hate the Bears. Because every time Green Bay wins, I hate it. So you should hate it.
I don't hate when the Bears... I don't hate...
Because it's a lot less rare.
I hate when they play the Packers. Because I know we're going to destroy them.
Man.
Right, Gib.
Wow, this is a rare occurrence. Gibby has no against the grain picks. Marco has 3.
Ooh.
I have 1. So we're looking at Houston beating Miami for me, Vegas beating the Giants, Green Bay beating Kansas City, and Pitt beating Chicago for you.
Me and Gibb switch roles this week.
You and Gibb switch roles this week. Hopefully you also switch positions, which means I come through and take first. Wait, that means Gibb would take first.
I'm going to keep holding on to this crown. But that's going to wrap it up for this NFL segment. We're getting short on time right here. But stay tuned, because next up is fantasy football.
Fantasy. You are mine.